Okay, it's a couple days later. I had to go to work over the weekend, unfortunately. And while I was at work, I was talking to a guy at work about it, and he was like, "Hey, do the flashers work?" And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't tried that." So anyway, I come back home, and the flashers do work. I pull the button out, everything flashes, even the bulb on the front. It doesn't work when the turn signals work. So I printed out a wiring diagram, and it's just one wire going to the bulb. So I don't think it's a wiring issue because it works when the flashers are on. Here, I'll show you. So here you can see the flashers are working, the hazard lights, fronts, backs. You can see them flashing there against the garage door. So I was like, well, the flashers work, and the diagram shows it all one wire, going to the bulb with the flashers and the turn signal. And I said, well, before I go and rip out the steering wheel and worry about the turn signal switch, I'll go and buy a flasher relay for the turn signals too and replace it, which was a real pain in the ass to get to. It's like mounted to the dash up here. I couldn't even get it out. I had to get screwdrivers and needle nose pliers to even pull the connector off. And I finally got the connector off, so it's just hanging up underneath there. And I said, well, I'll try that. So right, you hear it clicking. Right turn signals work. And I was like, let me hit the left. So I hit the left, and now it's clicking. It wasn't clicking before. And you can see the rear's working. But the left front is still not working. So now I'm back to kind of square one, although we do have more action before with the old turn signal relay. When I went to turn the left turn signals, you remember in the earlier video, the tail lights, the rear tail light just stayed hot, just come on, didn't blink or anything. And of course the front one didn't work. But now, the rear one flashes, but still the left front will not flash. It's capable of flashing, and it shows it all one wire. So one wire going to the, it's a single wire connecting the front and the rear together. And so I know from underneath here in the dash, it goes out to that bulb, and it is capable of flashing, and the wire works. It's hooked up under here somewhere. So my only other course of action is that it's in the switch. But I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to tear it apart. I don't have a steering wheel puller. I don't want to spend the money on a turn signal switch. Here in North Carolina, you've got a year from the time you get it titled to the time you register it to get it inspected again. And so I don't have to get it inspected to get an initial tag for it. So I'm probably not going to do that right now. I'm just going to leave it like it is and drive it, and then later on, maybe later on this winter, I'll pull the steering wheel off. Plus the steering wheel, if you notice, the wheels are pretty straight, and the steering wheel is cocked at like 5 and 10. So I need to reorient the steering wheel anyway, so it probably wouldn't hurt to pull it off. But anyway, we're going to call it right now for the lights. I'm not going to pull that off. I'm not going to get into all that right now. So anyway, we got headlights working, flashers are working, 3 out of the 4 turn signals are working. For a 40-year-old truck, I'm going to call that a win for right now. And so we'll carry on with this radiator, which from the last video, I had to order a hose. Well, guess what? This hose doesn't work either. So if you look down in there, that's the hose I ordered from Summit, and it's hooked up right now, but it is in fact up against the power steering pump pulley. So what I've decided to do in my infinite wisdom is add some spacers. It looks like I got plenty of room, so I'll cut some 3/4 inch spacers that I'm gonna add to the bottom to kick the bottom out that way, and hopefully I'll get that connected. I'm not going to make y'all watch that, but I will show you the results. And in this video, I'll see if I can get it back together, get some coolant in it, and get it fired up, and we'll see if how the radiator works. Just to quickly here, I downloaded these prints from Fortification. I had to copy them and paste them to the Word document and print them out. But here is the relays. It's kind of hard to see. Got the flasher relay and the switch relay. And going back to the switch, and then from the switch, here's your turn signal lights from the flashers, and it's just one wire. So I know the wire is probably good because it will flash with the hazards on. But anyway, that's neither here or there now, because for now I'm taking this project as far as I'm going to take it. I got rears. That's the most important anyway. When you're driving, people behind you can tell you're turning and stuff. So anyway, there you go. So I got the truck running. I got the radiator installed. Let me get up the temperature. I got the exhaust fan on. The door open. Give me some dying in here. I ended up with about a 1/4 inch clamp. 1/4 inch as good as a mile. And when I started it up, now the turn signal works. So that's a relief. So I'm just letting it get up the temperature now, letting it warm up. I don't have any dash lights. See, the turn signal light works. Turn signal's still flashing. Alright, so I got the truck running, letting it get up the temperature. And so far it looks good. I had to put 3/4 inch spacers. I gotta make some for the top. Space that radiator towards the engine, and it is barely, I got about a 1/4 inch clearance between the belt and the hose down there. But that's all I need. And I did notice something else, that once I got it cranked up, pull the light switch out, turn signal works. So I was like, that's weird. And if you push it back in, it still works. So I got that going for me. Alright, she's creeping up. Let's see if she opens up here before she gets too hot. Come on. And this turn signal. I don't have any dash lights, so it needs a little bit more coolant in it. I put 2.5 gallons in it, which filled up the radiator. I just want to make sure the thermostat's going to open here. Which this is what this truck does. It gets up to, looks like it's going to overheat, and it'll open. I'm not sure what temperature thermostat is in it. But I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here and watch this, so I'll come back to that. Alright, she opened up. There she is going back down. So hopefully she's going to be all right. She idles good. She runs good. Idles good. So anyway, get them spacers for the top. I got lights per se. So got that going for us. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you want to see more F100 and farming and Mustang content, follow me. I know these videos aren't the greatest. I'm still working on it, but hopefully we can get better together. And appreciate it, guys.